Alright, hey, hi, hello! How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and today I'm playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Ever since I saw that it was out on, it was coming out on Steam, I've been waiting for it to be announced. And it came out just a couple of days ago, I think on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. And I've been following the Ace Attorney games for a while. I haven't played the previous ones, actually. I've seen Game Grumps play it, and it was pretty freaking funny. And I've kind of like these kind of detective-esque kind of games as well. So I decided to try it out for myself. Select adventure. Okay, I'm using controller. And since it's a Japanese game, if I'm not mistaken, circle to accept. Okay, new game. Let's do this. I'm not that good at voices. I'll try, but I'm not that good. Okay.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Actually, can I change the audio to Japanese?
Land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Oh.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Is that... We're playing as Phoenix Wright's ancestor. Phoenix Wright is the main character from the original trilogy. The Adventure of the Great Departure. Bienvenue à la Carnival. Okay, hold up. Okay, can I just pause real quick? 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature? Defendant's Antechamber. Okay, hold up. Oh, voices are on. Oh no, I can't. Story mode. Turn this on in place of autoplay, allowing you to progress through your game automatically without having to press any buttons. No, let's not do that. I don't do story mode. I don't think I can change the... I think maybe in the... Oops. In the main menu I could, so never mind. We'll just keep going. Okay. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber? It's the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Whatever happened, I wonder. Ooh. What? Oh, no, nothing. Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer! Sorry. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I forgot that's what his name is, Naruhodo. How would you describe Naruhodo? I guess it's like, oh, I see. I guess that's how you describe what it means, Naruhodo. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. That's what it means. Funny. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. Was I talking to myself? Oh, he's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. It takes out a sword. Believe me, you don't want that to happen. No one has the right to treat him as a criminal, so you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. Ooh. I like how it's, because in the original trilogy, it's anime-esque, right? It's like drawings, but this is more like a CG. And yet, I still seem to know better than how a court officer should behave. Right? Ryunosuke. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, No, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. Sorry. Ha 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 ha! There you go again, apologizing. just like always. Ah. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I mean, we were holding the gun, right? So, wait, are we controlling... We should be controlling Naruhodo, right? I could never murder someone. And there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent. Ah, this is gonna be difficult to keep saying Japanese names. Ryunosuke. Oh, it's actually Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. So he's not a full-fledged lawyer. Great! But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's still an undergrad. That's what I was gonna say. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. I said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes. That's when all this started. Dun, 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 dun. Flashback. Congratulations, Kazuma. Looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last. I know. Been forever dreaming of this day. I'm sorry, I keep moving around. Finally, this government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean, to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it was that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. Better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea! After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. So, I guess Naruhodo is also a law student? But straight after that, that's when it happened. Bang, bang, bang! Death! Asogi, may I have a word? Oh, hey. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi! Kill him! You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense of this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go once then. Give me a minute, sorry. Just wanna... Can I speed this up? Text skip. I don't want to skip text. I want to speed it up. Is this wait time? Ah, yeah, let's... Oh no, wait, that's not it. How do I speed it up? I don't think I'm speeding it up. I don't think I can. Shit. Bow. I shall accompany you. Alright then. Ryunosuke, see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Bow. Awkward silence between the two parties. She definitely did it. Ugh, this is awkward. He knew. He looked. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. Mikotoba. I've heard the name for Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. We are! As such, I feel you should know. You're guilty. Evidence is against you. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, If you should fail to defend you in today's trial, you will be executed. I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? Nani? As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? This is like an anime. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. Jesus Christ. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? Oh, they're gonna nail me, aren't they? You'll soon understand when proceedings get underway. Huh? But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not gonna suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction, right? Oh, right, so... As soon as the trial starts, run. The judge will pose certain questions to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant? Yeah. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Hold up, they're telling me to go? I'm like a alleged murderer, just like, this way. It's not like they're taking me there, just like, go that way. We trust you. You can see when surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Ah, I see. I think what he means by I do is that I choose to represent myself, is that right? Of course, as a defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Damn, bailiff. We're gonna be best friends. This is it. This trial goes badly. Kazuma's dream of studying abroad are over. What's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. Isn't it funny? The first thing he's worried about is that he can't go abroad. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go to jail. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Ooh, I got chills just saying that. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature? Courtroom 2. Oh, look at me. So this is a courtroom. He's like, freaking nervous. Oh, familiar. Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I'm hoping that the judge is gonna be the exact same person. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Oh, they look like soldiers, yo. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that may be have demanded that this be a secret trial. Secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, I allegedly killed someone important. You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Damn it. It's a different dude. Oh! It's the same guy! Oh, I know his face anywhere. If you remember in the trilogy, it's an old guy who's bald with like a white beard. It looks exactly like this dude, somehow. I'm hoping they're ancestors too. Court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Ouchie, this guy was in he was a prosecutor in the trilogy as well, but he was a soft boy. Prosecution's ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Kadoom. This is it. This must be the question. Who's gonna defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Answer I do. Me! Your Excellency, no confirmations needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who advocates for his defense. Yes! Ding! Nervous looks around. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... Nani? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now, before the trial. He did what? Oh, sorry. He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. I think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes, I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Kachik. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Huh? Huh? Oh, yes, exactly! Exactly what I wasn't thinking! I'm not confident at all. Good. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. Ooh, alleged, my friend. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he's checking to see if you're nuts. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I can remember. But, wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of RB. Breaking the fourth wall. RB, okay. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press RB for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. This is a list of evidence you've collected. Oh, now try switching to people instead with RB. Okay. Boop. You find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back. Okay. Gotcha. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Okay, hold up. Post-mortem death occurred a little after 2 and was caused by a loss of blood from gunshot to the chest. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Okay, this is gonna be important information. A little after 2. The problem is I have shit memory and sometimes they don't let you check your records. Taketsuchi. John H. Wilson. Wilson! He was visiting professor of medicine at Yume. Okay. British Empire. Okay, John H. Wilson, 2 p.m. gunshot wound to center of his chest. It did not pass through. Just remember, okay. Now, better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press Y to present. Try now. Present Kazuma. He's my next victim. Oh no, no. Okay, they're using Xbox controls for me. I'm using a PS4, so it's a bit complicated. Square.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, Square. Victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. I was gonna say Watson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed. Which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. What year is this? This seems like the 19th century, maybe? There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. What a mouthful. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Whoa, good tip. Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. You say that out loud. You're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. Oh, I see. So that's why this trial has unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. The government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea! After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then. Partner. Partner. British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table. Domo! And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. Cause of death? Well, obviously that was, get your records, bro. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Is Naruhodo not a law student? Find a piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Present. It's present. Shit. Do it now.
Yes!
Who's Martin? Show him my badge. My badge! Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. The post-mortem, that's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, the doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is the so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Agreed. That's where you get powder burns. Especially weapons in this era. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this more modern scientific evidence into the record. Photographic print that shows the victim was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. Okay. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well, I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Hoo. That's cool.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court of the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Ugh, this is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When you were speaking to me before, he simply said... Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is... rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control that cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Yeah, look at that. Okay. The first... I feel like I've seen you before, too.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Hosonaga. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I'm the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnival. You're bleeding, dude. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. It should. Well, it really should, yeah. Tuberculosis? As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago. Occidental? Or is it Occidental? Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. Hi. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in that place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Did I say yes? Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection! Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But... disappointing. Next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and a university student. Huh? Wait, what did you just say? There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? If it's gonna be the same as the original trilogy, they would give me a chance to cross-reference later. So let's just wait and see. I don't want to interject. Let's not interject. I desperately want to say something. I was told not to interject. Ryunosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who diligently get to work, aren't you? I suppose I am. I never got into Yuma University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you scared me. I'll forget that piece of advice in a hurry. Oh, I thought we can cross-reference after. And there is something I want to say. I'm just gonna shut my eyes and say it. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Objection! Objection! I like that. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused is a mere student, a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. You just put one X. What the frick? Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. This judge also, come on. Like all the judges in all the trilogy and all the Ace, all the like these games. Thank you, sir. Court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? It's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to be shaking him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court records. Oh God, Jesus. He just keeps coughing. So, the court has now heard a process of the case. Yes, at the moment of the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. Prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? Give up. What do you mean? Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Oh, no, man. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it. Professor Mikotoba said it. So has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna give up on yourself? Battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Huh? What? Oh. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. What wind is blowing his his sash. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Aochi, please continue your proceedings.
Well, you were warned. A young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Okay, Aochi.
Ugh. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls his next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses, plural? Oh, hey guys.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Sir! Great Nippon Imperial Army Surgeon Yesa Nosa reporting for duty, sir!
Myself, I find my employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd district. Curio Correcuta.
Curio Correcuta. So he's a curious collector.
At your service.
Antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Correcuta.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious, with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word that old man's saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that surgeon looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of the most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. There was that black uniform rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So this is decisive evidence the prosecution is threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yeah. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
Nosa. What the witnesses saw. Okay. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back... Oh, from the back? Cowardly little weasel. That's not true, because... death occurred a little after 2 p.m. was caused by a loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through. But if you look at the photograph, how do I examine? Examine. He was shot from the front. Bitch. Okay.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad daylight of day.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Oh, interesting. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Okay. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down and just as I was picking it up, bang. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine. Oh, sorry, it's not cross-reference, it's cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now!
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. And it's time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony of the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Come on, Judge. Jesus. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial. Yes. Hello? Sir? What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its rights to cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How do you know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
Objection. The defense is asserting its right to cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Gulp! Kazuma's so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witness's statement. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go! Don't let them beat you. Oh no, Kazuma and I boom, and then Ryunosuke and I Alright then, it's all or nothing. I already know what I'm gonna go for. Cross-examination. What the witnesses saw. I was suggesting a regulation beef, that's not what I want to go. No, not this one. Myself extolling the virtues, no, not this one. Oh no, sorry. How do I continue? Yep. Firearm is discharged. Observe the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Let's press.
Yes!
So, you're saying that you actually saw me at the time? Affirmative! I saw you. Laughing, cackling like a madman as you train the barrel of your gun on the English civilian. He's always surprised. It's like a sad one. But that's impossible. I only... Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over the victim's table. And so what if it was? Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't in fact see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Ow! A double R! My sixth sense! Sorry. My sixth sense of danger! I picked up the waves of murderous energy yet radiating from your foul mind! Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet! Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I have got where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Did you hear that? Well... Oh, well. It seems the soldier's absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed. This is not good. Black uniform varsity cadet fired on the Englishman and from the back. Press.
Yes!
So this black uniform university cadet, you're saying that was... Ugh! I've had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Sauce. Who else do you see around here in black uniform, Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... It was you little weasel. You unloaded the firearm on that man from behind his back, and you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon. You disgust me. What is it? What is it, Ryunosuke? I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind. In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court record. If you find inconsistency there with what the witness just said, then don't hold back. Present the evidence to the court. Thrust it in the witness's face and make them choke on it. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, not you. You. Present. Okay. Was caused by a loss of blood from the gunshot, but bullet did not pass through the body. This one, shot from the front. See? He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. So how could the soldier see me shoot the guy from the back? Present.
Yes!
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there's no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. Spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Iesanosa. Ah, I got his name. His name's Iesanosa, so it's yes sir, no sir. Yes sir? What sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! I witnessed the crime of my own military grade eye, sir!
Yes!
But no! That just can't be! And why not cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, look! What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. I don't want to make it too long. I kind of want to like draw it out really nice, but I'm having a great, absolutely great time. I always wanted to play an Ace Attorney game, and now I am. I'm very happy that I'm not dumb, that I can spot the differences. But then again, this is just a tutorial, so I'm sure it'll get more difficult as we go along. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying myself. I like how the game looks, I like how the game plays, and it's funny at times, as an Ace Attorney game should be. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys keep watching. I definitely want to keep playing this, and we'll try and make it to the end. I'm not sure how many chapters there are actually. I'll check that out and we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!